So I'm in the parking lot of the bank and about to back out of my tiny Japanese parking space. There's one of these security guard slash traffic directors there, and she gives me the go sign, but as I'm backing out, I realize I'm heading in the wrong direction, as the exit I seek is in the opposite direction. So I go back into my space and start to back up again. Little did I realize that the traffic lady, who's a wee bit long in the tooth, has gone ahead and let someone park next to me. I didn't realize this and whacked my bumper into the side of her car. Oh! The cops came, insurance information was exchanged, just minor scratches, nothing important, and I went on my way. As I'm coming out of a 7-Eleven for a drink after having run some errands in another part of town, I get a phone call from the cops. "Stop driving immediately," they say. "Your license expired as of 18 months ago." Oh, no. Hello, beautiful bag lovers. I'm Trina and welcome back to my channel. Well, as a result of my misdemeanors, I've been unable to drive for the past month. In all honesty, I misread the expiry date a few months back when I last checked it. The date for renewal was written in the Japanese system, so I read Heisei 30, and for some reason I told myself, oh, that's next year, so no problem. Oh, that was last year. Apparently, this happens not only among foreigners in Japan, but Japanese people themselves often confuse the date when they're translating from one system to the other. So as of last year, I was told by the cops that licenses in Japan now have both systems in it so that we won't screw up as I did. Anyhow, of course I'm being penalized for my mistake, but it's more of a hassle than anything else. I think they're letting me off quite gently, actually. I now only have to apply for a license from scratch. Thank God my Canadian license still has another year left on it, however, otherwise I'd be in real trouble because I need it to apply. But a lack of license has put me back on the bicycle for a fair amount of my commuting time, and I figured this is the perfect time to rave to you about how wonderful my bike bags are. They are these two rear back panniers from Ortlieb, that I procured from a recycle shop downtown a couple of years ago where I currently live. And I absolutely love these guys. In fact, this is the second time I have purchased almost the exact same model. A couple of decades ago, I cycled from Frankfurt to Rome with my boyfriend. We did train it some of the time, but we were on our own wheels for most of the trip. And at the time, when I first started the trip, I was using some panniers from a Japanese company called Ostrich, I believe it was, but they quickly died, and a local person we met there, I don't remember where or whom or how it happened, but I was recommended to this brand, Ortlieb, a German brand, and we found a place to get them, and I picked these up, and I had them for almost 20 years. And when I found these on sale in a second-hand shop, I decided I'm gonna get a new pair because the inside of the other pair that was lined with this coating was starting to peel, and so a happy cyclist who didn't want to pay any money got my old ones, and I picked these up. So these Ortlieb bags are a pretty hard-wearing and trustworthy system. Obviously, you'll need a bike rack in the back of your bike of some sort, and then you simply adjust the top hooks here that move around if you put a screwdriver in them, and also there's one on the bottom here. And you just have to align that with your system, whatever it is. This makes sure that the bike does not flop around, and this system here keeps it on top, and it has this great pulley system here. This is coated with plastic to make it more harder wearing, and you just pull on it and it pops up, so it's very easy to get on and off, except for this one clip here that sometimes falls between the rail and the bike, and that have to be that's a little finicky basically, but it does the job. It has a roller top closure system which ensures your bag is waterproof. You just roll it on like this. Oh no, sorry, the other way. You roll the top part on here over the flap and just roll, and then you clip these two things here together. You'll have to take the strap off, and that's okay. That will ensure that your bag is waterproof and cycling in the rain. God forbid I have a favorite designer bag in there that gets soaked. The waterproofing for this model is predominantly on the outside, which is great because there is a slight stickiness to it that I don't think would bode well on the interior of the bag. Although when I look at it now, they've got some of that lining here as well. And speaking of interiors, there's a large sleeve on the inside of the bag, and there's a zippered section on the top of that too. So you could put your laptop in the sleeve, and in the zippered mesh pocket you could use smaller items. You could use for smaller items that you want to keep organized. Now, I bought these two panniers as a set, but in fact I only really use one most of the time. Using two is great if you want to do a large grocery shop. In fact, some years ago when I lived outside Tokyo, there was a Costco that was less than 10 kilometers away. So on nice days, I'd cycle out there with two panniers and do some shopping. Oh, Costco, I miss these mega stores. Don't have them in my small town. And of course, back in the day, I did use two panniers once in a while when bike touring. Sadly, I only have my Wii fold-up bicycle now, so I don't do any cycle trips. Likely too out of shape to do that touring stuff anyway. So as you can see, this bag to the left here, to the left of my bicycle, is slid back, or I should say forward on the slider, so that it's headed towards the back of the bike, and that way I've got more room with my feet so I don't kick the bag when I'm pedaling because I'm pretty tall. This one here I haven't set up properly because I don't use it that often. But excellent quality bags, guys. I've got some reflectors on the back as well, and 10-year guarantee. Excellent. One more feature of the bike bag is the strap on the top that are somewhat well, not really. Yeah, they're adjustable, so you could definitely make it shorter. And this makes the bag carryable, even if you've got a heavy load. It sits on the shoulder, and yeah, it's never been a problem for me. When you're rolling the bag up, you take this strap out if you want things tight. Usually I just let it flop in the bag and casually do this, and and then the top buckle over here I put over, and that's all I need. So there you are, my lovelies. If you're in the market for a decent bike pannier, especially for the back, although they do sell them for the front, I do wholeheartedly recommend this brand and model. I admit I've owned only a couple of other brands over the years, but it would appear that die-hard cyclists agree with my pick as well. So I'll put the Ortlieb website below in the description box for you to check out, but I don't think they sell directly from their websites. You'll have to go to a cyclist specialty shop to pick these up, and I don't know what companies carry what. I guess you'll have to do your own research there. Leave it to you. Oh, one more thing. Last video I talked about a bag from my collection that has been getting quite a bit more love since my license went the way of the dodo. Might you be able to guess what it is? Yes, it's my Chloe Mini Faye backpack. Makes perfect sense, right? Hands-free, nothing swinging around on your body. Yeah, loving this recently. So what about you guys? Do you have any Ortlieb bags? What do you think of them? What bags do you use when using a bicycle? Okay, see you in the next video, guys. Bag Hag signing out. Mwah.